listening to United Anime Kingdom.
Hey there, listeners. You are listening to episode 2 of United Anime Kingdom podcast. A wise choice. I am G.T.O, and of course, I have the other 3 awesome people here as usual. We have VAG Corner.
Aye.
Nesmet Z.
Yo.
And last but not least, the Sly Dragon 93.
Morning.
Today we'll be talking about our favourite characters in anime. Who would like to start off?
I can, if you want me to.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so, without a question for me, my absolute favourite character, although I have many in anime, my absolute favourite character is Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. He is, though. Jamie, and I know you like him very much as well, so...
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Not a top.
No, well, he's top for me, just because, like Jamie was saying, he's such a cool character. He's the essence of cool, pretty much. It's hard to describe, but, like, from the very first episode, I mean, without spoiling anything here, it takes a while for the episode to build up. Like, you think, okay, what can this guy actually do in terms of combat? But then the first time you see him fight, you know, it's amazing. And, like, the best part is, in most, like, normal shonen animes and that sort of thing, you need all these amazing powers and that sort of thing. But, you know, what Spike does, you know, isn't out of the question what a regular person could do, you know, which I think is really cool as well. And on top of that, just as a character, he's really cool as well. He's very likeable. You never get tired of seeing him on screen. His voice, especially in the English dub, is amazingly well done. And, yeah, I mean... I think all you guys know what Spike is like, so anything you guys want to add on him? You know?
Well, I got someone who I really like, but he's kind of like him. He's created by the same guy, Mr. Watanabe.
Woo!
And if you don't know, it's Mugen from Samurai Champloo.
Woo! I need to check out.
Yeah, I've recently watched Samurai Champloo and I love it. And like Mugen, he does sort of remind me of Spike, but he's got like a sort of like he's a samurai obviously and not a cowboy, as suggested by the title. And only that, he's a bit of a rude wanker, which I like in the character. But he's done by the same voice actor, dub-wise, as Steve Bloom.
Interesting, because this is both Watanabe's work.
Yeah, you get sometimes give you sort of same feel. He kind of looks, well, not looks like him, like sort of same style of hair. That messy kind of
I know what you mean.
Style.
From what I've seen, though, Mugen, if I just want to comment, he seems a bit more sort of rash than Spike and going into things, beating people up.
Well, later episodes in Cowboy Bebop, Spike was rash.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. I don't think as much as Mugen, but, you know.
But Mugen has something, doesn't have something that Spike, Mugen doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's
anything.
Much, yeah. Mm.
Well,
Spike,
he does in the end, but he's like sort of that, you know, I'm a cunt. And
yeah.
I want to make sure everyone knows that, whereas he sort of has that, you know, deep down inside him, he isn't really.
Oh yeah, one of those characters. I do like seeing. Yeah, is he one of those ones that sort of changes over the course of a series? You know, opens
I
up.
wouldn't say he changes that. He changes for people, but like he keeps that sort of, you know, I don't know how to describe it, like bad boy attitude the whole time. But yeah. You see him like come out to his friends a bit more, like protect them, whereas he wouldn't really. He'd only fight for himself, almost sort of thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think Mugen's definitely one of my top favourite characters. I've watched it recently as well, but yeah, I love the show. Definitely go check it out if you haven't. Is anyone else you like?
Personally, me or
yeah,
you guys go ahead. You haven't talked yet.
Mispronounced the title. It's not favourite character. I did say favourite characters, so name as much as you can, but obviously don't go like an hour in.
Don't go
podcast.
overboard. Yeah.
Just your favourite, you know, as soon as we say character, which thing comes into your mind, except for Spike, obviously, because you just mentioned Spike.
Yeah, we just mentioned him, yeah. So, yeah, Ben, do you want to go?
No, I was asking you.
You got any more?
Have you got any more, or is it just...
Any more?
Just,
okay.
Spike is your... Holy...
He's all just got
Spike
Spike is your
Spike is your holy grail, is it?
He's probably what I would consider my favorite character. Yeah, and
And you
I
talk
do
about
actually.
Dragon Ball Z all the time. I thought you'd have some characters in there, but you're
I'm saving that because I'm not going to
okay.
have much to say. I mean, I could do my favorite character from Dragon Ball.
Best
now,
not say Goku.
Alright,
You best not be that generic.
okay, we'll go round. We'll name one each time, so we'll go to whoever wants to go next, and we will come back to you. We'll
Sure,
go,
yeah,
we'll go
I
round.
know what I'm going to
So
do, but
number one is review and Spike, so we'll come back to you later on. Who wants to go next? Just say
I sort of said Mugen as my number one.
okay.
So I basically said all I want to say about him.
Okay, so let me say, okay, there's two down. Tash, do you want to go?
This is quite tricky for me because the thing is, I don't really have any favorite characters particularly, even though I've watched a shit ton of series. But I don't know. It's just
surely it's
there-
someone who
there hasn't been that one character that's made me
There's been a
think,
load of
wow, I
characters
wish
that way.
I could be this guy in this anime world or whatever. But on the top of my head, random characters kind of pop in, but I would say perhaps maybe like Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
yeah.
I mean, like loads of
I
people
didn't
love
want
him.
to say him. He was too
And
obvious.
I was gonna say him too.
He's quite obvious, of course, but then again, I mean, he has a reason to be liked by loads of people, given his
8
short.
episodes and he's done that much.
He hasn't done that much in this series, but I mean, he's done quite a lot.
Done
You know,
loads.
given the small amount of time he's been in.
Spoilers.
And the impact and the
There's no spoilers.
the impact he creates lasts throughout the entire series.
I don't know about that, but okay, carry on.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd say
definitely
so.
reflects on Simone.
Yeah, obviously, but it's going to.
He makes a huge impact. He makes the whole movement.
Yeah, I
Like
agree with that, but and he
essentially sets the
is-
series in motion.
Yeah, I agree that he's like
Essentially makes the series.
he is likable from the first ever episode. I get that, but that's just my own opinion. But I think he's cool and all that. That's why probably Tash likes him. Yeah, please go on.
And the thing is, like, I don't know, he kind of had the vibe of him that he was like the main character of the series, like, till later on, and which was really good about Kamina. I mean, he really, really did stand out from just a side character. He felt like the real main character of the series. And that's particularly what makes him stand out for me out of most anime characters, because I don't think there are many people that really have that much of a strong presence from the kind of role he had in Gurren Lagann, from what I've seen from other series. So, what about you, Ben? Got any up?
Well, I exactly agree what you said. There's so many characters out there. I don't know which one I would put number one, but I would say this character for number one because when I first watched the series,
Can I guess? Can I guess?
go on in.
Onizuka.
Yeah, you know what? I was
gonna
thinking you were
I'm
going to
gonna
do
say
that.
him as well.
I thought that as
everyone's
well.
stealing. Everyone's stealing my
No,
guys.
no, stealing your guys. Sorry, Jamie.
Well, okay, not stealing, but
Excuse
you know.
me,
You can't really steal favourite characters.
I
mean, like, if you look
Well,
on
no, 'cause
Mal,
I
each
had a list.
character
I've
has
got
a
my
certain amount
hand
of
up
favourites.
right here, hanging up. I'm saying I watched the series before all you guys, and I know I said to you guys to watch it, which is fair enough, and I appreciate you finally watched the series, and I know I've spoken to you guys before. You enjoy the character. I just maybe it's just not just because of the anime. I've also watched the live action series as well, the 1998 one, not the new one, and he just teaches you new stuff. You just basically
Hence the title, Great Teacher Onizuka.
basically just enjoy life, and that's what he teaches every one of these kids in school. And yes, he deals with them in his own way, which is very funny. And I believe you said this in the last podcast, Jamie, that the best expressions come from him. Yes, in the animation, it's so funny just to watch his all. That's one of the highlights of the series. He has so many expressions, is too much to count for. And I cannot help but laugh. And at the end of the series, he's done something to change somebody's life. And I just think if you can inspire someone that deeply, it's just he's just an awesome guy. He's, he was in the.
You go for drinks with him, is what you're saying.
I totally would, And the funny
Yeah.
thing is, when I was, now I'm older than him because he's literally younger than me. It's like it's crazy, and I just connected with him when I watched it. Like I said before, G.T.O was like one of my first early series, anime early series I watched because I used to watch films before series, and when I watched G.T.O, I was like, wow, I can relate to this guy. So Onizuka definitely up there, top 5, number 1, maybe number 2, like I said, I agree with you, Tash. I don't know who's number 1, but I got to, the first thing I think of, top characters, he has to be there. But I know you do. I don't know if Jamie or Tash thinks that's way like me, but I know you do. You guys actually enjoyed the series and liked the character himself. But for me, he inspired a lot of things. It's just the little things, the little details, which I really enjoy of Onizuka. I don't know if anyone wants to add to that, like you, Jamie. Or...
Well, yeah, no, I was thinking, the way I look at favourite characters, I'm like, if we take this character out of the series, replace him with someone else, someone, it's different, what kind of series would it be?
Yeah, but
and, like,
that's the thing. That's the thing here. Obviously, it's a simple story. It's a silly story as well. He just wants to be in school, to be with younger girls, just so he could get with them. But it's not only that. He teaches kids ways that teachers in school in real life would never do, kind of thing. It is a bit over the top, but if you had a teacher like that, a sensei like that, you'd be like, wow, he's my favourite friend, sensei, teacher, whatever.
Yeah, because in the actual series, there are some episodes where he doesn't really appear much. That's more focused on the class and the kids and the pupils.
Yeah.
And it's not the same.
No, it's not. No. I agree with that.
And, yeah.
But when he's there, when he's shining, you laugh, you cry, you everything. It's just brilliant.
Come from someone who's seen 2 episodes of G.T.O, I gotta say, just from that, he gives off a good vibe, and you're like, oh wow, this guy, it looks like it'd be fun to watch, and he was for the 2 episodes I saw. So
yeah, but Caleb.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, but 2 episodes, that's a lot for you.
It's a lot for me.
I think you need to step on to G.T.O. It's one of the classics.
He's got so many series to watch.
But it's one of the classics,
We could do an entire podcast on that.
On watch does Caleb watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Except...
It would be a great fun game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Caleb, do you want to go back to your now?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I do have one. One that I have mentioned in calls in the past before, which none of you have actually heard of, so I'm hoping the audience has. And that is, this isn't... Okay, right, you know what? I'm going to be technical here. This isn't an anime character, this is a manga character.
Oh, yeah, go on.
I think we can stretch rules. Anyway, Yotsuba from the manga Yotsuba. Now, this is... Wait, anyone heard of this just before? Yeah, you have? Oh, thank God, Jamie. Anyway, yeah. Now, essentially, if you don't know Yotsuba, since it's not one a lot of people read, it is technically a shonen series, but you would not guess it.
Is it shonen, really?
It is technically, yeah. I believe it's published in a shonen magazine. But essentially, it's just the day-to-day life of a 5-year-old girl and her dad, and the 5-year-old girl is Yotsuba. And pretty much, she's just so much fun to, I was going to say watch, but read, okay, essentially. So, she just... I don't know, she's just a pretty hyper little 5-year-old girl, and you just see her go around her daily life, and you think how you were when you're 5, and her misunderstandings of the world. Like, there's one chapter where she doesn't smile or something, and she thinks her smile is gone. She thinks she'll never smile again. And it's all these just sort of small things that, it's just her learning about the world, And it's just really fun. She's just really, really funny to read. And just pretty cute as well. I mean, not in that way. But, but, yeah.
Kawaii.
Yeah, kawaii, yeah. But, yeah, she's just... she's just really fun to read. And, it's a great series just to... It's one of those every chapter self-contained series. So you can just sit down, read a chapter for a laugh if you're feeling down. And that's what I really love about the series. And, Yotsuba, the main character, really makes this series. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I like Yotsuba so much.
So, from this podcast, we learned that Caleb likes 5-year-old girls.
I knew you. I saw that coming. I really did. But-
Send a message.
No, legit, go read it and you'll understand.
Well, okay, I might get read some. I'm really bad at manga at the moment. I can't. I've got so much to read.
You know, it's just one of those ones you can take it easy. It's not like, oh damn, I've got to catch up with the latest chapter. It's just like pick up, read chapter.
Yeah, but I'm like a cool way through Bakuman, and I need to finish that.
Oh damn, there's something I've got over you then. Well, I've watched it anyway.
Well, that's like one to your to my 80 probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So
I
what's
think I'm next.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead, I don't mind.
Now this guy has been one of my favorite characters for probably about 5 years since I started watching anime.
Okay,
I
it's
think I know
not the one I had in
think I
mind.
know
It's
what
not the
this
one I
is.
had in mind.
Okay. I'm gonna give this to Ben.
No, I'm
if
not
you
going to
know.
say. I don't want to risk it.
Give the first letter of the name of his first
I don't
name.
know of his name, but I know of his series.
Really?
Oh, I might actually know
What-
his name.
What one series are you thinking of?
L is his name.
No.
Okay.
No.
I
thought it was
I
just
know.
legit just L from Death Note.
No,
Don't say
no,
that.
no.
please. Go on.
Yeah, no, we're not going there. I don't like anyone.
I think
Okay,
I think I definitely know who this is.
Okay, who?
Well, you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Roy Mustang?
Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, alright.
That's.
yeah.
I think that was like the first. I mean, that was like the first character you told me that you really loved, like,
Yeah, I love him.
and I've like remembered when I first met you. So
You're like, I love Roy.
He'll always be my top 3
I
characters.
actually forgot about him, so I was just thinking of Code Geass, but I won't go into that. But yeah,
Oh, Lelouch.
go
alright.
on.
Nah.
Go.
Anyways.
Go with Roy. Roy's a cool guy.
He's amazing. Like, I don't know, I don't say he's underrated in Fullmetal Alchemist, but he definitely adds something different to Fullmetal Alchemist. Because he's just, I can't really say much actually about that part I'm about to say, because that's spoilers. But if you haven't watched Fullmetal Alchemist, well, shame on
You
you.
talking about the puppet Lost?
No, I'm talking about why he wants to, like,
Everything about him.
go on with why he wants to attack him, and I really don't want to say too much. But yeah, Roy Mustang. Clicks.
I knew you were going
Bam.
to say that. That's what. Click your fingers. Oh.
And then
Yep.
there, fire comes out his fingers.
He's like
This
a
guy's
sassy
a
black
beast.
woman.
He burns shit to the ground.
Listeners, ladies
You
and
cannot-
ladies and gentlemen, this is what Jamie.
Take
this
notes.
is what Jamie used to do when he was younger.
Fuck off.
Oh, mate. Yeah,
You didn't fucking know me then, mate. I was like, I used to figure Roy. You know he's my favourite character when I've bought a figure of more than £15.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's my first figure. It was Square Enix one. I was lucky to get quite cheap expo actually, for £30. But yeah, if you're my favourite character, I'll get a figure of you, or if I can, because there's some figures you just can't get. But anyways, yeah, Roy Mustang. If you have watched Full Metal Alchemist, even the original series, you would know why. In the Brotherhood, he's portrayed better. He does much more better stuff. I really can't say too much because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Because Full Metal Alchemist is a series. The manga's better. Go read the manga. I keep saying this to everyone, but go read the manga. Watch Brotherhood as well. Don't just we're not gonna get best of both. But the way he does it, he just takes no one. He strives to become the top of the military. He doesn't care who's in the way. He's a cool guy to hang out with. I don't know, maybe hopefully. I haven't really hanged out with him.
That's something I really like about Roy Mustang. Is normally these types of characters, there'll be these sort of really serious people at work, and then they'll be like that everywhere. But Roy, he just seems like a legit guy if he's not working, you know.
He's got a blonde bitch.
Yeah, yeah. And he's a Hawkeye.
She's quite alright as well. So
Yeah, she's-
She's a good character.
Yeah.
Everyone in FMA is good characters.
yeah. Roy Mustang stands out the most, probably because I love fire, like in general, like Pokemon.
In this podcast, we learned that Jamie is a pyromaniac.
Woo! No, but just like in general, like if an anime character has something to do with fire, you got me. Because in Pokemon, I'll choose Charmander, that sort of thing.
Relate that to.
No, but it's true. Ever since I'm little, it's always been like fire
So
and red.
Ace
and
for
red,
you
so
as
that
well,
sort of
right?
colour. Huh?
Ace for you as well.
He's
Ace.
he had a bigger impact, but I like his delve through it a lot.
Yeah, he's got a cool.
But he is cool, but it's just because he's appeared in so many short little episodes.
Not many,
that's
not
One
many
Piece as well,
episodes.
so.
Yeah, okay, we won't go back. We won't go
Yeah.
into One Piece, but yeah, carry on.
But I really can't say much of Roy Mustang, really, unless spoiling it. I keep saying this, but
You just got to watch Full
you
Metal
just got to watch
Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist, and you know what I mean. When he's a cool guy, he's legit, obviously, because otherwise he wouldn't be there. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's it. I think Tasha's next, actually.
Yes. Go ahead, Sly.
This is so hard for me because, like, then I don't have a list of favourite characters, so I'm just thinking on the spot here and thinking of random characters that would just pop into my head. I'll pass it to Ben and then just get back to you afterwards.
Alright, before I carry on, we'll add these characters at the end if you have any of the characters in this position, I would say. I just don't want to include any of the big three at the moment. We can just say that at the end.
Oh, damn, that was my next one.
Damn, I was going to say
Someone.
Ichigo.
We'll go over big three later after we've finished. But okay, are you sure? I'll move on if you can.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Right,
I think I'm going to mention this character, Tash, and maybe you'll agree with me because I know you're currently watching it. And that is Muta from Space Brothers, or I'm not even going to pronounce the Japanese name.
Nope, not
So,
today.
Burabas.
But Ben, what about Appa?
No. Apple is nothing.
Don't even try. You probably like. Get haters.
Apple's a dog. You know. He's anyway, going back to Muta, I don't know. This series, again, is something refreshing, and it just reminds me of G.T.O. of how it flows. But okay. It's just this guy who basically got fired from the first episode, so that's not a spoiler. And he remembers that his promise to his brother that he was going to go to space, but never fulfilled it. And his big dream back when he was a kid, who, like I said, wanted to go to space, and now he's trying to fulfill that dream. So he's on to JAXA. Is it JAXA? Yeah, JAXA. And, it's not easy, obviously, to become an astronaut. But you really feel for him. Everything he do, he's just a nice character just to listen, because it's one of those characters which he talks in his mind kind of thing. And he's just a nice guy. I don't know if you.
And it's especially great to see how he changes people's perceptions on him, because quite several people in the series prejudge him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's good to see how he turns it around, and he can change anyone really, and it's just always good to see that.
Yeah.
And
that's why.
Yeah, that's what makes Muta special.
Yeah, that's why I keep thinking of Onizuka sometimes by watching Space Brothers, because it's like one of those series, and it's just like, I don't know, it's been more or less, obviously they're not the same, but they're nearly identical in some ways, and just they're
kind of like characters that you wouldn't really guess doing the things that they do in the show, just based on their looks or from what you perceive from them. So I think that's what particularly makes it interesting, because you don't expect them to go to such great lengths.
And you actually want them to succeed, as one of those characters. It's not like boring, it's one of those main protagonists that you actually like. And I know a lot of people do like the main protagonist in a lot of series, and for example with Jamie, who just said, if FMA, a lot of people like Ed or Al, but no, Jamie likes Roy, which is fair enough, But
to be honest, I particularly find that quite hard to kind of pick a favorite character of. If it's a main character of a series,
that's why
you kind of think to yourself isn't this quite generic? I mean,
exactly.
Wouldn't everyone else pick this character? Because I feel like main characters of some series are kind of frowned upon being liked as a favorite character, because of how obvious people make it to be. But I mean, you got to think carefully about what makes this character stand out from other series that you've seen.
Don't get me wrong, I like a lot of non-main characters in series, but my favourite characters actually do contain main characters. That's why I didn't really want to touch upon the three big anime at the moment. We'll get to that later. But obviously Onizuka is the main character of G.T.O, and Muta is main character of Space Brothers, and the other 2 or 3, which I'll mention later, is actually another 2 or 3 main characters in the series. But I do like a lot of non-main characters, like I said, but just with Muta, it doesn't matter if you don't like anyone else in that series. You just want to see Muta succeed. You don't want him to fail. And just you explained it. You know, I couldn't explain it any more in my words. You said it quite right. You know, it's just one of those. You think it's generic, but it's he's fun to watch as well. Same as Onizuka. So that's why that's why I was so hooked on this series, because I just kept thinking, hey, this reminds me of Onizuka G.T.O, and I like that. It's a new, you know, every once in a while I get hooked to anime series like that, you know, just to think, oh, I like this character. It's really hard for me to actually grip with a character, but Muta got me going straight on. And it's fair enough if you don't like him, you think he's boring, slow, whatever, but he's always able to turn around, and you don't realise how smart he is. He is so smart, but in other episodes, you might think he's dumb or he's lucky without spoiling anything, but he is quite a clever person.
I mean, like, I don't see how people can carry on watching Space Brothers if they don't like Muta.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Like, what the heck are they doing, wasting their time?
He's just watching his younger brother, you know, being in, you know, at the moon. That's it, and you know, yeah, and all the characters in Space Brothers. You know, Muta's parents are funny. You know, the astronaut. Well, the people who are trying to be astronauts is great. You know, it's a good show. If you like G.T.O, I recommend watching Space Brothers. If you've never seen G.T.O, I still recommend Space Brothers. Yeah, it's still ongoing while we're recording this podcast, and it's just great. You needs to take a look at, you know. But yeah, Muta's my currently ongoing series favourite character at the moment, without mentioning the big three.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I think I needed to say one.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, we're going back to
Go
you.
Go back to Tash.
Okay, I think I may be taking one of Jamie's favourites. I'm not sure, but Shizuo from Durara, because
yeah, I like him a lot, but
I really
I wouldn't mention him.
It's just like how angry he gets. It's just unbelievable. I mean, and he's just a normal person, but in Durara, he's a monster. And it was pretty great to see how it progressed from like when he was younger to where he was now, and especially like seeing him. I mean, like working at various jobs as well, especially at McDonald's. I just find it hard to believe like how this guy can actually relax. And it's just he will punch anything that pisses him off. Literally, it's just unbelievable. And it's just, even if he breaks a bone when he tries to beat the shit out of anyone, he doesn't care. Because the only way to really calm him down is if he really gets back at whoever angers him. Except for, what was his name? Izawa, yeah. I would love to see them both like go head to head and see like a final result, but haven't got any note of that whatsoever.
It's just funny because like he's against violence and all he does is he's inhuman strength. Because like the way it works is like apparently you can become stronger human wise, but your brain restricts it because it will do damage to your body. Whereas he's different. His brain doesn't restrict it. But as a child, he always got broken bones all the time. But now, like as an adult, he's sort of matured his body in a way that he doesn't really get hurt. He's not double-edged sword. He doesn't get any faults with him when he does this big, huge. It's not in inhuman strength because you can be technical with it, but he just can pick up everything and anything. It was huge and it's crazy. He punches a guy out of his clothes.
I mean, you can't get any stronger than that in reality.
Oh, wow, really? Yeah. Is that what you're say for him?
Yeah, that's just about it, really.
Caleb Kuhn.
Okay,
You.
right, so I have two. It depends. Do we want to dip into the big three yet?
No,
or
just
are we not?
name one yet.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to go to my generic choice then, but I'm gonna back it up with reasoning.
Goku.
My favorite character from Dragon Ball.
Must
Son
be
Goku.
Krillin. Son of Goku.
his son Goku.
Oh, okay.
Not Goten.
Oh, he's legit actually Goten. He's better than Gohan is.
What about Yamcha?
Yeah, he's cool. He was cool in the original Dragon Ball, but no one seems to remember that.
Okay,
But anyway, let me just say with Goku. Now, Goku, when you look at him and you've seen other series, he's nothing. He's just generic. But the difference is when he was introduced, he wasn't all that generic because he laid down so much of the groundwork for what the stereotypical shonen character is. So to be honest, that's why I find him interesting, really. And on top of that, especially when he's a kid, he's pretty fun to watch. When he's an adult, not so much, but you get good fights out of him. That's pretty much it for Goku. There's not a lot to tell him. I do like him. He is a great character. Well, I say a great character. He's just his characterization is fairly flat because Toriyama isn't great at doing characters. He can just draw very well. But he's fun to watch, especially in early Dragon Ball, and it's really his influence that he had on other shonen characters.
But what about on the continuation to Dragon Ball Z?
On the continuation to Dragon Ball Z, you see that's where I don't think he's as fun to watch because he is essentially there just to beat the crap out of enemies. You still see his carefree and childlike spirit. He never truly grows up, Again, which is something you see in older shonen characters nowadays. But at the end of the day, it's not as fun to see him stand for a good chunk of the chapters and beat the crap out of an enemy as it is to see him travel around the world and learn about the world and be even more stupid than he was when he was an adult, So, although there are great fight scenes with him when he's older, he's not as fun to watch because characterization seems to be swept aside for just fighting, and you don't really see his character develop that much because Toriyama likes to put in time skips, to instead, and you say, oh yeah, he learned all this stuff and he changed. During this 3-year gap or whatever, which is why I think he's a lot more fun to watch as a kid because he's gone out into the world for the first time. He's never even seen a human being past the first episode in the series. So much like Yotsuba, like I said earlier, it's all about him learning about the world, for the first time. Which I know, which is an entirely different topic completely, but which is why I like Dragon Ball more than I like Dragon Ball Z. Just characters are much more interesting to watch in it. So. Particularly from early Dragon Ball, that's why Goku's one of my favourite characters, really.
I won't dive into GT, so I'll leave that.
Oh, yeah, we can...
But, when I watched Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, I didn't feel too much about the characters.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
The only character I did really like is Goku, so I'll back you up on that, but... I wouldn't mention him as one of my favourites, nowhere near...
Yeah, well, he is me, but I guess that is helped by the fact Dragon Ball was my first anime, like I always say.
And the fact that you watched about 8 anime in total.
You have to bring this up at every quarter.
Yes, it is an anime podcast, so they got to know.
I don't even know why I'm here. Just leave. It was your idea, mate. Anyway, right. Moving on, that's pretty much it for me. So, Jamie, do you want to go next?
I've got about 3 more to go, but I think I'll say one for the big 3, even though it's not a big 3, but it's sort of generic shonen. But anyways... This one is actually really hard. Well, it's hard because I like having only not having but choosing only one person from one particular series rather than going on about a certain series all the time. If you get me?
Mm-hmm.
And that series is Fate Zero.
Yeah, I think I know who you're picking.
Oh, I do too.
There's so many good characters. You think about it, it's so hard to actually choose. But it probably will change eventually on who I like the most. But when I rewatch it, when the Blu-rays come out, which will be never, well, hopefully the Blu-rays will come out. But it'll be Saber for now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's hard because I love.
I thought it would be Ryder.
I know, I love Ryder, but Saber, but also love Lancer, and I even love Gilgamesh. I was just looking at his stuff online, some of his earliest what he's been done. This series, I just love him, but it's so hard. But they're all great characters as a thing. Series like that are great, but Saber, yeah, she's King Arthur. I don't know how she's King Arthur since she's got her babies and vagina, but she is, and it's just great seeing her. She's very noble. She fights even though she's a woman. Everyone respects that of her now. In sometimes, she probably wasn't well respected back in her time because she was a woman, but now we see like everyone respects her because she is King Arthur and she holds this power, Excalibur. And it's just great to see. She's very strong. Like, she's nice to watch in fights. She's not the typical woman we know in anime anymore, like big tits. She's just like, she's flat. But that's not the point. But it's because of that. You know, she does look like a female, but she also has male characteristics. Like, it's a bit of a mix. But she's definitely my favourite female character, I would say, in anime. I mean, I can go into that even more now, but I do like quite a few girls, women, whatever you want to say in anime, but Saber's up there. She's great. And yeah, I just think something different in anime, having the woman as a lead role. You don't get that much, to be honest, anymore.
Yeah.
At all, actually, in general.
Well,
But yeah, Saber.
you got Makon from Soul Eater as well.
Yeah, I guess.
But then again, I don't really like her.
Yeah, but you say Mata, yeah, exactly. But you say Soul is also another main character, that they're a pair. But you think about it, it's not really that many main females. Like main. Not obviously there are main girls in anime, but as in the main protagonist sort of thing. I mean, Saber, she's depicted as the main one in both Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night. Obviously, she's got her masters, but we all see in the front cover, right in the middle, Saber right there. She's there. But definitely go check out Fate Zero if you haven't as well. Plug in right there. Check it out on Crunchyroll for free in 1080p.
Sweet.
4K.
So, Cash, is it back to you or you haven't got one or what?
Oh,
I bet you'd
crap.
like-
Yeah. I got one. I actually got one. It was about to slip my mind. It's a main character. It's a main character from a series that I don't think anyone here has really watched much, but it's Gintoki from Gintama, and the thing is, it's like he's not really like your typical main shonen kind of character, since he's lazy, perverted, and often
Just like
very
you.
lazy.
Oh shit.
Thank you very much. I needed that. But yeah, I mean, he's all that, but yet he still can pick up a sword and kick ass, even when
You
he's
can't do that, though.
even when he's like completely down in the episodes. And I love how the writer as well is just able to put him down so much, especially like in the latest series, like where you see his dignity being stripped away from him and everything. It's just so unbelievable, and he's one of the very few shonen characters that particularly stick out for me that no one else has really tried to do before with Gintoki. So you should definitely check out Gintama if you have lots of time, especially because there's like over 200 episodes. But if you're looking for a great laugh, you definitely need to check it out.
The way you describe him reminded me of you. Like, obviously you're not very well with a full sword fighting, and obviously you haven't had your dignity. You haven't had your dignity stripped because that's already been stripped ages ago. You never had it in the first place. But yeah, you're lazy. I'll give you that. I'm joking.
Well, of course.
But-
Well, guys, he's not joking. He doesn't this time.
He brings drama all the time.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
shots fired. Boom, boom. Sound effects in here.
Anyway,
Nah.
yeah, people, just watch Gintama. You'll like it, you'll enjoy it, and you'll thank me
Nah, I'm
later.
not watching Gintama, mate. It's alright. I ain't
Fuck
got
you.
the time. I've got the time, but I
Had a bit of good time, but
watch
it.
series. Like every other
It
series as
is
well. before
seriously like underrated. No one really
that. Well,
knows of it.
It's not
over here.
underrated. It's, I don't
In
think you say
Japan, it's not
underrated.
over. It's very popular, but
Okay,
over
so-
here, like no one's ever even like friggin'
Okay, so
heard
we go
about
on my anime
Gintama.
list. We go on my anime list. Let's get the top anime. Right. What's second? Gintama. What's fifth? Gintama. What's sixth? Gintama. Gintama takes 3 spots out of the top 6.
That's how amazing it
Come
is.
back to me, mate.
Yeah, no one really talks about it. I mean, everyone that I've spoken to or know, like within the community on YouTube as well, no one talks about Gintama at
Well,
all.
go find someone who does. Obviously, a lot of people. 109,000 people on my list. Gintama.
There you go.
There you go, mate. Right there.
Anyway, moving on. So Ben, you got a character?
Yes,
Like,
I have.
right.
Oh, I shall explain. As Jamie said about female characters, this is my female character.
From G.T.O.
intro.
Furu.
I was
Calling it.
I was thinking that.
See, guys,
But
this is why I hate everyone, because they know who I like. Alright,
This is why I hate everyone.
yeah, exactly as Jamie
In fact,
just...
I can just be Ben for today.
What if I,
I've guessed two
what
out
if I
of
told
three.
you if you were wrong?
I don't know, go on then. Tell me who it is.
Well, I actually got 3 favourite characters, but this one's among my most. And it is actually from Chihaya Fu. Yes, Jamie was right. Chihaya, another main protagonist, but like you said with that Fate series, yes, that series, there's so many characters that you like, you don't even know which one to choose or which one to rate as your favourite. I like them all, but I just always want Chihaya to win, and just the way she's motivated and the way she loves to play the game, and she's so funny to watch as well. Not much of a spoiler, just example, if you see it, like when she has progressed and trained to how to play the game, as soon as she finishes the game, she falls asleep, and all the other her opponent is always like, what's happened? You know, oh, don't worry, she just fell asleep. You know, just naturally, just falls asleep like that. But the way I love the voice actor, and I think what makes it more appealing is the animation. Obviously, Madhouse there. Obviously, Jamie and I love Madhouse. It's just, I don't know what to say. It's just amazing. And even the second season, which is currently ongoing while we're recording this, is awesome. 2 new characters introduced. Didn't like them at all, and then want to switch around. And I know a lot of anime series do this, but want to switch around. First you hate them, now you like them. So basically, everyone in the card game, you like everyone. There is one you probably don't like the most, or least, then, you know, is on your bottom list. But they're all so passionate about this game, and it's not only about the game, it's just the way they're willing to fight to win the game. From the training, from being in school to, obviously, it's not much of a school anime, but it is, you know, they're all in school doing this as a club kind of thing. It's just the motivation, the dedication, just everything about it. And I said this to Caleb, and I don't care. I think I told it to everyone. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. This is the best card game anime series ever.
No!
Come at me.
Get back to me with the statistics with like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Come at me, Yu-Gi-Oh players, Yu-Gi-Oh fans. Screw you. This is.
Alright, this is where you cut him off of the podcast. We're gonna
Yeah,
be
I mean, we're gonna get so many dislikes.
This is the best card game I've ever seen so far in my life. I'll just say that, so far in my life. And I'm just saying I'm just saying one more thing. I know Tashrins and Caleb has actually watched the first episode with me, and I'm very disappointed with Caleb's reaction, but I'm not going to go into that. That's a lot of hate.
I mean, Caleb's reaction was appalling. I mean,
Tash was
I was like,
oh, that's very interesting, Tash. And then Caleb was like, that's boring. What the hell, man? The hell?
you got to own up,
I gave
Caleb.
it the entire episode. I was like, well, I'm sorry, Ben.
No.
Enjoy
But
it.
anyway, point being, Chihaya is a great character. It's just you want to root for her. Yes, it's one of those other characters again, which you want the character to succeed. Like I said before with Muta, I guess you could say with Onizuka you want to root for him, but he's already at the top anyway. But Chihaya and Muta, same motivation, wants to succeed with her dream. Just great animation with Chihaya Fu, which probably makes it extra special. But it's not only Chihaya, it's all the characters around her, the friendship, the determination of winning the game. I know I'm repeating myself now, but please just go and watch the first 3 episodes. Do the 3 episode rule. Watch 3 episodes. If you don't like the animation or the story, wow. Just wow. maybe you need to reconsider another hobby. But that's about what I was going to say. But yeah, 3 characters I've said now. I think everybody said 3 characters, so is it...
I think it's 4
is it
actually.
4? Okay, well, I've only said 3, but...
That's it, wait.
He's counting.
Megan,
He's
what am I
counting.
saying? No, it's 3. No, it's 3. It's
Okay.
3. It's 3. Sorry.
But I still don't... I'm sorry to cut you all off. I still don't want to go into 3 main. I don't know if you want... If you all...
I've got one.
I
more.
have one more, but I have a lot more. But I think just name the one which you want to talk about the most, and then we'll just round it up about the other characters towards the end. So yeah, Caleb, do you have any more characters, or have you actually run out?
Yeah, no. I've well, if we're not counting big 3, I do have one
Yeah,
more.
sure, go for it.
Okay, so my next character is Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland. Okay, right, Tash, I know you can help me out with this one, because you've read Dead Man. I still need to read the manga. I've watched the entire anime, but Shiro struck me as a fun character, because essentially she kicks all kinds of ass and she just doesn't seem to be aware of it.
Just wait till you read the manga.
Oh,
It
don't
gets
worry, I
much
know the spoiler.
bigger on a grander scale, but yeah, do carry on.
Yeah, I know the spoiler, but yeah, essentially she's very mysterious as well. At the beginning of the anime, she just seems to pop out of nowhere when Ganta gets put in this prison, Dead Man Wonderland, and then Shiro just seems to pop out. Seems to be the only one, well, aside from one other character, who seems to trust him, and so she essentially follows him, annoys the hell out of him, always gets him killed, but narrowly saves him a few times as well. And it's just this carefree nature of it all, which I find funny in what is a very serious anime overall, or well, very serious series, I guess we're talking about manga. So, it's kind of funny because she seems kind of out of place. Obviously not when you get later into it, which I'm not going to go into because spoilers. But, yeah, that's pretty much why I like her.
Alright then, I've got one more. Well, I've got 2 characters, but I'll save the other one from the big 3, even though it's not in the big 3, but
Okay, yeah.
it's just sort of related, kind of.
Yep.
This one's from Bakano. Again, another series where you can pick so many characters.
I know what's going to be, I think.
You do? Go on then.
Lad.
Yeah.
Good lad.
So, why do you like Lad?
I'll come back to me. Go someone else go.
Alright then, go back to Tash then.
All right.
I was going to mention a big 3 character.
No, go for it, go for it. It doesn't matter. We're running.
Okay.
We're gonna
The thing is, like, everyone... The thing is, what I find quite a bit, I don't know, unsure of about this is, like, everyone loves this guy.
Oh.
And I'm just going to have to say, it's got to be Luffy for me.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Kind of like the same reason like why Caleb liked Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland. He's so carefree. He doesn't give anything a second thought. He just goes in and does whatever comes to mind, which is what I really like about Luffy. And how he prioritizes his Nakama ahead of everything as well. And his determination, especially like from what you see much further down the lines. But yeah, he's definitely a delight to watch, and as a main character for One Piece, he really does keep the show really strong with his attitude, because it never really gets old or tiring. I mean, but partly, I think what I would like to see from Luffy, perhaps, like, eventually later on, is perhaps, like, some other stuff that I wouldn't really particularly expect to see of Luffy. Like, I can't really give any examples, but... he's still... There's a lot more depth I feel like there should be given to Luffy, but I feel like they'll perhaps like go into a little more on that in this series. So, yeah, I definitely love Luffy for that. And partly because he reminds me a bit of Goku, because... and especially, like, as One Piece is still going on since 1999 with the anime... And it's great to have a character like that still out there in the series in today's animes from what we get. So,
yeah.
Ben, would you like to take it away with
I want
with your character?
I won't go on because Jamie can go back, but I must agree, because it saves me time to actually say Luffy as well, because I agree with you. I do like Luffy, but I think I'll touch upon the big 3 later on. He is one of the best protagonists out of the big three, but I'm not going to say much, like I said. But yeah, I agree actually what you said there. But there are some times that I'm like, oh, what is he doing? You know, it's like, oh, why are you doing this? He is, but he, like you said, he's carefree. He doesn't care what's happening to him. He thinks he can do, especially before the time skip. You know, obviously he's matured after the time skip, and he's, well, you know, more powerful and all that. But there were times like, oh, you were rooting for him, and you're like, yeah, come on, you can do it. And then there was sometimes like you're like, oh, you know, face palm kind of thing. You know, it's like, oh, what's he doing? What are you trying? Stop being silly. Be serious at the moment. But that's a part of his character. So yeah, Luffy is definitely up there for me as well. But yeah, going back to Jamie.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had an interruption.
Go back to your favourite character.
So Lad, basically Lad is unique. Like, there's no other character like him. He's an arsehole, which apparently I like.
Way!
I like a lot of arseholes.
Yeah.
Came out wrong there.
Yeah, this.
Nope, it came out right. Yeah, he just basically loves killing. He's a brutal guy. But what can he do, really? If you watch Buccaneer, go watch that series. But it's really brutal how he deals with his enemies. He punches them to death. It's brilliant. Yeah, he's an alright guy.
He has no boundaries.
He has no boundaries. He's not a happy chappy either. He's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. He's probably like one. He's not a villain. He's not even an anti-hero. He just like does whatever he wants, sort of thing. He's very brutal. But definitely he's very.
I'd like to see him and Shizuo go head to head. I mean, that was just
Shizuo will win, but only because we're on.
Imagine how pissed off Shizuo would get with that.
It's just because Lad ain't powerful. Lad's got weapons, he's got the guns, but he fights for fun. He kills for fun, shall I say even. He's a sadistic hitman, actually. Yeah. And it's just like nice how he references to all stuff, like especially when he's doing Punch and like he was sort of saying about the boxers and he knows his stuff, his American stuff. It's just cool and fun to refer back to. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say for, apart from the big three. Well, my one's not the big three, but it's this. Yeah, so if you want to go back to that.
Okay. I'll just go quickly again before Caleb. I think I'll just put it out there. Another classic series for me. It's a shoujo, so it's another protagonist who's a female, and that is Sakura from Cardcaptors. I don't know.
I thought I'd say Naruto.
No, but no, I don't know. It's just it's another one. I can see resemblance. It's another one of these characters that you want them to succeed. I can't really go too much detail because I haven't seen Cardcaptor Sakura for years. I really, really need to rewatch that series. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those like nostalgia moments. Like, oh yeah, like who's your favorite character? This is before everything, like FMA and Naruto and Bleach and One Piece and all that for me. And yeah, I was watching Bat and G.T.O. and Neon Genesis Evangelion at the time, and just starting Full Metal Alchemist, and Onizuka and Sakura was up there with me. So if you haven't seen Cardcaptor Sakura, or if you've never heard of Cardcaptor Sakura, what's wrong with you? It's one of the classics. Definitely go check it out. It's one of the best shoujos I've ever seen. And funny enough, actually, shoujos have actually come back to, well, we've watched a few shoujos in the last couple of seasons, which is a good thing, because I like a lot of variety than just shonen. But nevertheless, if you like Magic Girl, shonen type of series, definitely go and check that out. Back to Caleb.
Yes, so we're okay to jump into.
I think, well, not to go over time. If you want to say quite a lot of characters you like, just name them, but don't go too long in detail. Just say why, and then we go to Jamie and so forth.
Okay, yeah, I'll just hop into my big three character. I think if we're ending off here, I think it's been my last one. So
If you got a feel, just go for it.
okay, so One Piece is a series where there are plenty of great characters that you really, you think, okay, I love it. You love everyone in One Piece, but my problem with the characters in One Piece is not many of them change over time. There's not much development. At least I don't feel, even after the time skip. But one that I did feel there was although not much, it was still there. It was Chopper.
Right.
Now, I really like Chopper because of his design as well, because of his background. He's just he's not very confident, he's just a little reindeer. He had a blue nose, so the inspiration there came from. And, he was an outcast and pretty much this sort of thing. So he was sort of the underdog. And then he ate a devil fruit and he got all these different forms that he could use. And, eventually he's finally convinced by Luffy to, go... join the crew with him and everything. And now over time, he's at the very beginning, he's very gullible, he's very sort of nervous around the world, he doesn't like to fight often, even though he's proven himself to be a relatively capable fighter. But as you go through the series, you actually notice that he does become, more confident in these things. Not just like gaining more abilities, because all the characters get that, especially over the time skip, but Chopper becomes a much more sort of capable fighter. Normally in One Piece, it's Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. They're the top three fighters. But then you see later on that Chopper, can really start to hold his own in the fight, which I think is interesting because he couldn't, that much at the beginning. So it's it's just interesting to see development like that. Which I mean, although it's not much, you don't see it as much as in the other Straw Hats, to be honest. So that's why I find it interesting.
I don't know. I feel like Usopp's changed quite a lot.
Oh yeah,
in One Piece.
Yeah.
He's
He's definitely the second best Straw Hat in terms of changingness.
Is there any more you want to quickly?
I'm pretty much done, to be honest.
Okay, Jamie.
More. I was supposed to talk about him now. Actually, I got no big three, but I was gonna save him, but I guess you all guys can guess it. Anyone want to take a guess?
It's one of big three. You say? Is it? Just...
No, it's not a big three, but it's from the same magazine.
It's Jump. That's not even Jump.
Oh, sorry.
No.
But okay, then what is it?
Well, it's not no longer in the same magazine because it's on hiatus.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's Kurapika. It's
Kurapika.
Yeah, Kurapika. Oh, I love Kurapika. He's probably. If I had to position him, probably second. I would say second. I don't know, but yeah, he is the original Sasuke. I would say.
Yeah.
He wants revenge for his clan. It's really weird how he changes. Like he's sort of an innocent guy, and then he becomes this not mass murderer, but he has that murderous intent in him, and it's just fun to see him fight. He's a really cool guy. He's got the Sharingan. No, I'm joking. He's got the red eyes, the scarlet eyes. And he's a very good character, I think. The way he's done, the way he's developed the voice actor. I love her, actually. She's a great voice actor. But I can't remember her name, actually, off the top of my head. But it's Kurapika. I mean, to be fair, in recent episodes, in recent arcs of Hunter x Hunter, Killia's grown a lot on me.
Yeah.
Because that's the theme with Kurapika. He hasn't appeared in,
I do.
about 40 episodes.
I do miss that, to be honest. Like, they've all split without spoiling anything. Obviously, they've gone their own ways. They do come back. But I wish, at the moment, with the anime, 2011 anime, by the way, that they should be together again. Because, not that I don't like Gon and Killia, I just get... I want to...
It's just like, it would be nice to have more people around,
exactly.
Really. I mean, seeing the same faces... I mean, don't get me wrong, they are great characters, but...
Yeah.
I mean, variety really does kind of, like, spice things up.
Yeah, it's my favourite shonen as well. Like that's the thing. Like a big three, I don't really have a favourite. Can't really say. So I thought this kind of like the big three from the same.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Magazine from it's shonen. I don't know. It's just I think I don't know if I say underrated Hunter x Hunter, but it's definitely people turned an eye to compared to like One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Kurapika the way he does and solves stuff. Like he's not like Yagami smart, but he's very smart how he deals with things, and he just like always thinks about his friends and that. I mean that's kind of cheesy, but still, love Kurapika.
especially in the York New arc, you really see his decision there.
That York New York is all about him.
Yeah,
it's literally both on him.
That's probably why it's your favourite arc, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, well, it is the best arc, isn't that right, Tash?
Yeah, I don't see how anyone could object
my
to
opinions
that.
on
I don't
this.
even gonna say my opinions.
It's the best shonen arc, full stop.
Alright.
Feel free to disagree, but yeah.
Yeah, so...
Is there any more?
Well, that's about me. No, I don't think so. Well, I think Tash has covered a few, actually, I like, so,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah,
Okay then.
I'm pretty much done then. Were you all done?
Have you got any more?
What about big three ones? Are you going to go into
Have you
that?
got-
Well, I already did Chopper. That's
have
me
you
done
got
for book
any-
three.
Kind of did Luffy.
No, have you got any more, guys? Because I got quite a lot more, but have you got any more, Tash?
I don't think so. No.
Alright, if I'll round my 2-3 up then, and feel free to discuss, guys. Here we go. Okay, these are the two characters from a big three, and I got something else which I'll say at the end, and I think maybe Tash will agree with me. But from One Piece, again, Tash already mentioned Luffy, is Sanji. Even though, like Caleb said, everyone from the Straw Hats is great characters, it's really hard to choose which one is number one. But from the get-go, when I first saw Sanji, and I agreed with Jamie back in the day when I was watching it, it was either Zoro or Sanji, and I just like that competitiveness against both of them. They both hate each other, but to me, Sanji comes up on top. I don't have much else to say. He's a great character. I don't know if anyone else wants to say anything.
Yeah, like for me, it depends on the type of day. I don't know.
I know, for me as well, it's a bit of mix and match. Sometimes I like Zoro more, sometimes I like Sanji more.
You said Luffy. I was speaking.
No, I was
Never mind.
talking between the two characters.
Well, let me
everyone
finish.
feels the same.
Yeah, that's basically what I was going to say, but well, I think I've always liked Zoro a tiny bit more because he's from the start. He's kind of he's more badass. He's got 3 swords. He's the second most powerful Straw Hat.
Sweet. Okay. Got any more?
Go on.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
And the last one, and I know I'm being very generic, but please bear with me. I do like a lot of other characters in this series, and yes, you just said it. It is Naruto.
I can probably write your whole list of that.
Yeah.
He's legit.
Are you literally
He's
no,
just
no,
Goku.
stop. Are you literally on my anime list right now? My profile?
No,
you're
I'm
not.
honestly.
Feel free, guys, to check on my anime list profiles to see who else.
Okay, we'll actually go now.
Anyway, but yeah, that's the other character. You know the score if you watch Naruto. I don't know. Okay, quick, brief synopsis why I like him. I don't know. I can't even go into that.
That's a great synopsis.
It's too much to take in, man. Look. I've said this over and over. I like a lot of characters in Naruto. Even I get a lot of hate that I like Sakura. I'm not even going to get into that. A lot of people hate her, but whatever. I think she's developed throughout the series very well. Sasuke is, whatever. I like him, I hate him. Who else? There's a lot of great characters in Naruto, same as One Piece. But I just like again, I keep repeating myself, again, with the determination of Naruto. It's not just because he wants to be Hokage or he wants to save his bond, aka Sasuke. It's just the will to fight, and I'm not going to mention anything else, but every time he gets beat down, it's not like a total knockout to him. I actually do believe he can stand up one more time, kind of thing, It's not like, he should be dead. No. The way it's portrayed in the manga, it might be different to the anime, but every time I've watched an episode and you would think, oh no, he's down and out. He's literally not. I still believe he can stand up and go for one more round. But that's completely fine if a lot of people do watch Naruto but don't necessarily agree Naruto's a favourite character, because I have a lot more to say about Naruto, but I won't get into that. So, that's our roundup, our favourite characters.
Went on for quite long.
It's quite long.
Yeah, I've been talking about an hour and 10 minutes almost, so that's pretty good going.
That's great.
Unfortunately, we haven't got any Q&As because of, well, technical term issues. We had to do it late.
Or we could just say that this one was really, sudden.
Well, we need to get a schedule going, guys. Come on, I don't know.
Cool. Well, pretty much, like we always say, shoot us questions, we'll answer them next time we're recording, so,
Yeah,
if
if you want questions, try them in the first 24 hours. So I'm pretty sure when it was uploaded, the last one, when recording, it's not even been 24 hours
Yeah,
yet.
this is pre-recorded, guys, but you're listening to this in way in advance. But anyway, like they both said, if you have any questions for us, we'd be happy to answer them. Terrible questions.
And if you want to subscribe to our channels as well, that's
Yeah.
Even this channel.
Terrible
especially
questions,
this one.
bad questions, awful questions, good questions,
Anything that we can actually answer.
kawaii questions, happy questions, anything will do.
Just no weeaboo questions.
Especially kawaii questions.
Oh, kawaii. That is so
and
kawaii.
the last one, especially Oni-chan questions for Jamie right here.
Oni-chan.
Please, you
No.
just lost us about 5 subs, possibly more.
Well, when I was watching by this point, that's right.
So,
Okay, wait. What should the phrase be if someone reaches to the very
yeah,
end?
but this is
Because we have one
kawaii.
for
this
this.
is- I was actually going to say hashtag characters for this one.
Hashtag. Okay, go on.
For this episode 2, if you reached here, we congratulate.
Good luck.
We thank you. Well
Well done, sir. Well done.
Applause.
We are grateful for you reaching the end of a podcast and hashtag characters and tell us what we think. We want feedback. We would like to know if
We want subscribers too.
what we should change
Please
because
be
we're
gentle.
still in our early stages of UAK.
Okay.
I think you can sort of expect a podcast every week or so for now. Because it's sort of like none of us
Or
are
so,
doing studying.
you know.
It's summertime, guys, so we've got plenty of time so
Summertime.
far.
So expect more now than later would be,
Yeah, I mean, I've got 2.5 months off from now.
Oh,
so-
have you? Or go and fuck yourself.
Oh, Jamie getting jelly.
Still in school for like 2 weeks or 3? I don't even know. I don't really count, but I think 2 weeks.
Enjoy your summer, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I have been BDT the Sound. This was VAG Corner.
Ohio or sayonara even.
Nesmet Kibzi
Yo, yiggity yo, bye.
and the
Bye.
dragons
Bye.
of all dragons, the Sly Dragon, born in '93, I believe.
You know what I think.
Excellent.
What the heck gave that away?
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.
Sayonara.
Stay safe.
So, Caleb, Animal Crossing?
Yeah, let's go play Animal Crossing.